Hello there modelers, welcome back to the channel and welcome this time to the desk. I know there have been a lot of changes in environments in my latest videos, but there is to be another one. Sorry for the delay in getting another video out to you guys, but I've actually moved house. And there's good news though, because I actually have a dedicated train room now, which we'll see later. But for now, today we're going to be reviewing the Micro Ace A1160 Yamanote line set. Now, I've already shown this in my pickups from Japan. Unfortunately, because of the house move, I haven't been able to purchase anything else, but this is the last train that I picked up in Japan, and arguably it is my favorite. It is the Yamanote line. It's one of my favorite train lines in Japan, running through Tokyo, and I just thought this train looked absolutely awesome. So without further ado, let's get into it. It comes in this lovely case with a blue cardboard sleeve with a little window here, and then on the end it has the Yamanote line. You can see that I got this from Tam Models in Japan for 15,900 yen, which is a lot cheaper than you can get it online. And again, here it's the 205 series there. Right, and then if you slip this out, it's actually just a slip cover for, again, a lovely blue case here. And then there are two clips on either side, and then it opens up like a book. And here you can see we have a picture of the original train, and it has all the relevant instructions and paperwork in here, and some destination boards, which is also great. I might have a go at fitting those later, but for the review I'll leave them off for now. And then if we take the bubble wrap off here, you can see that this is a 4-car set coming in this lovely squishy blue foam. Now I won't do the main look at this model in this segment. We'll do it against the white background as we did with the E231 series, but you can get an idea of what this is like. 4-car set with one pantograph, and I've got to say this is my favorite, and the detail is extraordinary. So let's get it down to the white background and have a closer look. So here we are guys on the white background, and as you can see, the 205 series looks great. The body is silver, representing stainless steel construction, and has the lime green Yamanote line stripes running down the body. The paintwork is consistent, and there is no bleeding between the green and silver paints. The tampo printing is also to a high quality and mostly legible. The undercarriage detailing is also well represented and is accurate to the prototype. Moving on to the front of the unit, you can see that it has both forwards and backwards directional lighting. The forward headlights have a slight green tint to them, but this is probably to represent the halogen bulbs of the time and is quite cute. There are also lights for the destination board, and the windscreen wipers are moulded onto the windscreen itself. In this case, Micro Ace have gone for the 1985 pre-production variant of this model, so there are no JR logos on the front and on the side of the unit. There are also no destination boards pre-fitted, but these come in the sticker pack provided. One detail that is provided, however, are the antenna on the roof. The overall roof detailing is good, with light boxes represented, and the AC unit is moulded in silver with fans present. The second car is very much the same as the first, with clean crisp paint and tampo printing. One thing I did want to highlight, however, is there's been no attempt to represent any seating on the inside. This would make it difficult to install your own interior lighting or provide your own passengers, which is disappointing. Some things I do like though are the glazed windows between the carriages and the knuckle-style couplers, which make it very easy to couple and uncouple the unit. While a bit more bulky than Tomix and Kato models, they still allow for close coupling and a realistic formation. Moving on to the third car, which is the pantograph car, which also houses the motor. As is typical with Japanese N-scale models, the motor is a coreless motor hidden beneath the floor and is generally quite quiet. The undercarriage moulding around the motor is convincing, and the raised floor on the interior isn't too noticeable. As is typical for me, I really enjoy this pantograph car, and this pantograph is especially good. It's by far the most detailed pantograph I've seen on a model, being made mostly out of metal, and it holds itself very well in the up position with a slight pull. Last but not least, we have the other end car of the unit, which is much like the first. It too has multi-directional lighting with good detail overall. The only difference is the small brake pipe at the front. As mentioned earlier, there are many destination boards available, including destinations such as Asaki, Shinagawa, Ikebukuro, and even a trial run and forwarding headboard. I also especially like the head markers that you can stick to the front of the unit. I will try and add these stickers later on, but I'm slightly skeptical as the instructions tell you to stick them onto the outside of the unit rather than taking it apart and sticking them on the inside of the windscreen. On the whole, I'm pretty pleased with the presentation of this model, but there are certain drawbacks such as the lack of seating. This is finely balanced, however, due to the details in other areas such as the roof detailing and the abundant sticker sheet. The only thing left to do now is see how she runs. So let's head down to the train room once again and put her on the track. So that was nice, wasn't it? But before we get into the running session, I just wanted to show you guys the new train room. So here we have the actual layout itself, the Japanese layout setup. It's just a basic setup because when I moved house, the layout suffered significant damage. And I can put a picture for you to show you what the damage is, but you can also see it on here. The foam has been mangled and etc. But, you know, I put it all back together. That foam isn't such a big deal. I can always replace it if it really bothers me. But the good news is that the layout is up and running. I've actually been running trains and we can do more running sessions. I can actually work on the layout now. I can actually buy some more stuff from Japan to put towards it. So we have the 2 platforms out here and the 4 loops. I actually replaced the track on the line with the Shinkansen because, as you know, I had some problems with it. So it actually gave me an opportunity to improve the layout as well. But on top of that, what you guys would never have seen is this. This is my English or British 00 gauge layout. It's just a shelf layout that I built at the start of COVID. And it is pretty much finished. It doesn't have any of the models or any of the buildings on it, but it's pretty much finished. And I was thinking of doing a series where I kind of revamp it and spruce it up a little bit. So hopefully you guys will be interested in that. But for now, let's set the camera up and get the 205 series on the track. Here it is on the layout, the 205 series, and I have to say it looks just as good down here as it does on the white background. I think it looks adorable with those little headlights. But we're going to try a crawl test, and bear in mind it has been a few months since she's been run. She was running, I did use it quite a lot, but it has been a few months. She's been sat in a box whilst I've been waiting to move house and whilst the layout's been in storage. So let's give her some juice and see how she does. Just going to turn the controller up very slowly. Okay, 20%. Still not turning. Got some life at around 50% on the controller. And there she goes. Yeah, that's not fantastic. But we'll give her a nice run in and see how she does. Give her a second chance, maybe later on. Here we go. But she runs at a good speed. She's about 60% now. I think that's a perfectly reasonable speed. It said in the instructions that it's supposed to run at about 10 o'clock on the controller. This is about 2 o'clock, so we'll have to see about that one. But it's a good speed, so I can't complain. So without me yammering on anymore, let's get some good running shots of her. So there we have it. As you can see, she came to a lovely smooth stop there, and she's been running consistently throughout the session. So I just want to give her one last try at the crawl test and see how she does. Before, she was powering on at about 50%, so I'm hoping that performance has got a little bit better. I seem to remember it being a bit better than that as well, so let's just give her a second chance. 20%. Okay, she's jumped into life at 30% this time, so it's been a bit of an improvement. Alright, let's try it again. Bit of an improvement, so that's okay. And again. So she's the lights have come on and she's creeping forward. Okay. You know what? Apart from the lights flickering, that's not just the camera, unfortunately. Apart from the lights flickering, it's actually a decently slow speed. I'm sure with DCC that could be remedied somehow. You just got to live with it. One of those things you have to live with on DC. But, you know, if we're pulling away from the station at a nice sort of realistic pace, you know, lights come on, and then she sort of just pulls forward slowly. It's not the best, but it got better over the session, so maybe it'll get better over time as well. So who knows, after a bit of running in, she might fare a lot better again. But yes, that has been the 205 series Yamanote line pre-production car, and I'm very happy with it. Still my favourite, but looks wise anyway, maybe not running wise. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. See you in the next one.